talking today about how to prep a piece of furniture before you start painting. And the first thing that you want to do is clean it really, really well. So I'm going to be using some ready-to-use TSP, and you're going to want to wear gloves with this because it is a chemical. You're also going to want to wear your eye protection, so in case it splashes, you don't get anything in your eye. And I just like to go ahead and use like a little respirator just because I don't like really working around chemicals and breathing them in. So that's what I'm going to do first, is go ahead and start cleaning it. After you've cleaned the entire surface with your TSP, you're ready to rough up the surface a bit with your sandpaper. You can see how dirty my piece was, and this is a piece that's been sitting inside my house and is dusted and was already clean, so it really does get off a lot of the grime. When you're going to sand, I like to use a 3M rubber sanding block. You can just use regular sandpaper with it. I'm using a very, very fine grit of 320 just to rough up the surface, and when I do that, I want to make sure that I protect my breathing. I'm really sensitive to chemicals and dust, so I usually like to wear a respirator when I do this. Just going over the entire surface of the piece. The piece has been thoroughly sanded and wiped down with a tack cloth, and so now what I'm going to do is fill in any little gaps or holes that I have. And I have this wood filler, this 3M wood filler that I'm going to be using. It's very easy to use. You just snip off the tip, and I have like this big crack right here that isn't that noticeable right now, but once I paint it, it's going to be very noticeable. I don't really want that there. So I'm simply going to take my wood filler and fill in that gap. After filling all the gaps with wood filler, I smoothed it down, re-sanded, used a tack cloth to wipe it all off, and then you're going to remove your hardware. I don't really want to take these off, so what I've done is I've just used some 3M blue tape, and this is actually exterior tape, my first time using the exterior, and I love it. And I have taped off any hardware that's exposed, taken out my drawer, removed that hardware, and I am ready now to start painting. I'm going to be painting this piece of furniture with Miss Mustard Seeds Milk Paint in Kitchen Scale is the color. And I have found it really helpful to attach a mini whisk to my drill. I just kind of screw it right on and use it to stir the paint. This helps get out any of those lumps, and it's real easy. I would just recommend using a whisk that you don't usually use for food preparation.